Chef Clem, I feel like I haven't seen you in years because even though we were here in the same studio yesterday, because of strict social distancing rules, we weren't mingling. So how are you doing?
I'm good. You're actually right. We haven't spoken.
No.
We haven't caught up.
I don't know how your life is going.
I know. I've got 3 kids now.
Huh?
No, I'm joking.
Okay, before we get into all the details, okay, of Chef Clem's life and also getting to cooking, Woolies, along with the Gift of the Givers, teamed up with the aim of distributing 1 million food care packages to families who are in need. Now, each bag is filled with a balance of protein, fresh fruit, vegetables, and other staples, as well as hygiene products to help curb the spread of COVID-19. We are so close to reaching that 1 million meal goal with only 280,000 meals to go. What?
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
What? 280,000 meals to go from as little as 10 rand. It can provide one person with 3 meals for a day. If you'd like to join us in our fight against hunger, just please scan the QR code on our screen right now with the SnapScan app or your banking app and donate today. Any donations will make a big difference to someone's life. And remember to encourage ichomi zakho, your family, your neighbors, colleagues, and chat groups to do the same. But right now, though, who's keen for a coffee break? I am. Well, Chef Clem's coffee and date loaf is rich, moist, and full of flavor. There are words that I've never seen there before, Chef Clem. I'm seeing Italian majuju, don, dates, and don. What are these ingredients here?
Have you never had a date?
No, I've had dates.
Hi, Shame. Please go to Cookie's profile.
No, I've had dates.
And you're single and you're eligible bachelor, please give Cookie a call. She's looking for a date. She's actually a very easy person to get along with. I can vouch for that. She's a great person, great personality, and yeah. So she's yeah.
I'm not looking.
Okay, so we're looking Cookie up.
Chef Clem.
I'm gonna
The
give you
only thing I'm looking for.
I'm gonna give you the whole pack of dates, and then you can just have that. While we're on the dates, let's talk about the dates. Dates are really amazing. They're Mother Nature's little caramels. They're beautiful. It almost doesn't taste like a fruit, to be honest with you. They are just so intensely caramel flavored. They are amazing. So the one thing you do want to do, you got your first dates. Edition. Okay. So what you want to do, inside there's a pip, right? And the best quality dates always come with the pip inside. You can get them pre-chopped, but I like the fact when you buy them whole, just remember to take the pip out. This will like just break teeth, break food processes.
That hard.
It's hard, right? But once you take the stone out, you're left with pure, delicious Mother Nature's caramel goodness. So what I've done with
it's so sweet.
It is. That's why I find like working with dates so like almost religious. Like most religions when they fast, they break their fast with dates at the end of the day, and I find that so amazing. And they've been doing that since Jesus' days back in the day. So I love it. I love working with dates.
Jesus' days back in the day.
You know.
As if you remember, I was there, Kuhle. Let me take you back.
What?
To those days.
To those good old...
He's ancient, haha. Were you not singing Takalani Sesame to me?
It's still early South Africa. It's not even 6:30 yet. Just wait for it. Okay, I've got some butter in here and I've softened the butter, given a good mix. I'm adding some sugar to that. And I'm gonna cream the butter and sugar together. So basically you're gonna bring it together. It's gonna go light, pale, and fluffy. And once it all comes together and the color starts to change, it takes about 5 minutes.
Okay.
You're gonna go in with your first egg. So we're kind of gonna we're gonna move it forward. But this is really a very simple loaf to make. And I made it into a loaf instead of doing muffins or like into, well, originally it was a cake. I changed it because I like the idea of a loaf in the morning. It's like I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, a slice of a slice, and tomorrow, if it's a little too like dry, you toast it. And then it's just like something like new. It's amazing. With like butter.
Butter on anything.
You know?
On anything warm, you know?
Oh, and it melts in, absolutely. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna add your egg to it, mix it through. Then very simple, we're gonna add flour. Oh, wrong flour. This flour.
Okay, what's the difference between this flour and that flour?
That's gonna be for, I tried to create different textures. So what I did was I created a crumble to go on top of the cake. That's that like caramelly brown part on the top of the cake, as you see. And the reason for that is I want the soft, beautiful, fluffy bread with the crunchy crust on the top. Oh. It's all about mixing flavors. So I was trying to get this going a little bit. So right now at Woolies, the reason we're talking coffee is because they understand that we've changed our times. We're going back to 6 o'clock in the morning. So they're like, we're gonna help you guys out with a little bit of coffee. So right now at Woolies, on promotion, any 2 coffees or hot chocolate, you get 30% off.
Oh, if you get two of them, you get 30%
exactly.
off on the final.
So what I would do is I'd get a coffee and I'd get a hot chocolate. Earlier we asked what if people been snacking on a lot during this winter lockdown season.
What have you been snacking on?
A lot of their hot chocolates, a lot of them. We've had the decadent hot chocolates here, the milk and the white chocolate. I found and fell in love with the instant red velvet lattes.
I remember you brought some with you to studio, and it is so delicious and rich in flavor.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I even hid some in Afternoon Express's kitchen for Pali. Legit. And she was like, what?
What are you doing?
These are amazing. They are really good. Okay, so the date's going in, pecans going in. You can toast these pecans before if you want, but it's gonna like toast up nicely in the oven, so I don't really worry about that.
I was about to say, it sounds a little bit redundant if you're gonna toast it before and also bake it.
Absolutely. So just give it a rough chop, because I want to keep it nice and chunky. I still want to have the flavors in there. I want to know I'm eating pecan nuts. Sometimes when it's too small, you're like, what is that? You know what I mean?
What's that taste?
You know? So, okay, cool. Give it a good mix through. Let me just put the bowl here, because I can feel Nicole watching me from a distance, and she's like, the man can see the thing missing, but he won't do anything about it. So let's just do this, like, you pour your batter into your loaf tin.
Well, listen, if you would like to get your hands on this amazing recipe, so fun to make as well in the kitchen, make sure to head on over to our website, expressoshow.com.
Okay, so I got brown sugar and butter in here for the crumble.
Okay.
I love crumbles. You normally do like peach crumbles, strawberry crumbles. Before the fruit starts going off, you make a big crumble. You sprinkle this over the top, and it's so delicious. It's so amazing.
Oh, so this is just for the top part?
This is optional, but I'm telling you, it changes it like you have no idea. So what you do is take your fingertips. This is a great one for the kids. Get them to come into the kitchen, use their fingertips, and just rub the flour into the sugar, into the butter. And once it looks like chunky breadcrumbs, you're gonna scatter it over the top. And as that bakes, the butter like seeps into the bread, the loaf even more. The flour and the sugar and the top of the butter goes crispy, crunchy. It's so delicious.
And also just the moist from the butter as well. I can imagine what, you know, the smell that comes from the oven as soon as you open it. Is that the reason why there are two different colors on the...
That's exactly why. And it's all about the texture, all about the crunch. Coffee and like something crunchy, like you know, have coffee with a biscuit in the morning. That's your coffee, that's your loaf, that's your biscuit, that's everything. It's so delicious, it's so easy. I'm telling you, this is how you start your morning. That and a cup of coffee, and you're good to go.
I'm gonna be making myself this hot chocolate. It looks so fancy, so that I can start speaking like y'all, you know, eh? Chef Clem, thank you so much for teaching us how to make this awesome loaf here.
You're most welcome, eh?
It was not too difficult.
No, it's not.
Extremely fun to make. Also very easily accessible on our website. Just visit expressoshow.com right now to get your hands on this awesome recipe.
How dare you call me old? How dare you?
I love you. It's all love.
Missed you, friend. Missed you.
I missed you so much.
Go look at a profile. Because I want to date.
Thank you.